Yes, my people, welcome back to another video and welcome back today to the Glory Hunter Challenge here on Football Manager 26. Now, we've had a crazy couple of episodes where we haven't really progressed through. We're still only in February, but today we play in the Champions League round of 16. The Champions League knockouts have now started, which is fantastic. It gives us a little bit of a break from the league games and the cup games that we've been playing, as in the last episode. If you did watch it, you will know that we beat Leganés 7-1 and 10-1 on aggregate, and then we unfortunately did draw 0-0 with Real Sociedad in the league. And then today we play against Club Brugge in the Champions League round of 16. And then we'll play Cadiz in between. And I'll show you the highlights in that game as well, because we don't have any games before. But it's been a mental couple of games, really. As in the last 3 episodes, we've gone less than a month, which is kind of unheard of. But yeah. The league then, as it stands, we are 11 points clear. Barcelona do have that game in hand to get back at us. We've already scored 100 goals in the league, which is pretty mental. And Barcelona have only conceded 18. Oh yeah, we've only conceded 18 as well. Oh, we've been great defensively. Anyway then, let's just get straight into this Champions League game, because we don't really have anything to talk about. Trent Alexander-Arnold is unfortunately still injured. And Matthew Osa is, if I just whack that back there, is not registered. So, our lineup then against Club Brugge is as follows, as Saliba is also still out injured. So we've gone with Courtois in goal, a back four of Savona, Van Dijk, Van de Ven and Camavinga, with a midfield 2 of Tchouaméni and Jude Bellingham, and Arda Güler just in front of them as the 10, with Rodrigo on the right, Jeremy Pino on the left, and Erling Haaland leads the line for Real Madrid today. Hopefully, we can get off and get ourselves into the Champions League quarter-final. So let's see how Club Brugge will be lining up for it. Okay then. So, the Club Brugge lineup that they have gone for today is as follows. They've gone with a 4-2-3-1 with Gunnarsson in goal, a back four of Oscar Gil, Ordonez, Lavali and Olivier Demon, a midfield 2 of Ludovic Reis, ex-Barcelona, and Rafael Onyedika, with Christos Solis as the 10. Damani on the right, with Carlos Forbes on the left, and Nicolo Tresoldi leads the line for Club Brugge today. Carlos Forbes, of course, ex-Manchester City wonder kid. This is our first Champions League live com in quite a while, isn't it? I do believe. Just confirmation of the lineups then. As Erling Haaland gets us underway for this game, the Champions League round of 16, first leg. As I need to see who this is, because he sounds familiar. Born in 2004. He's been good for Club Brugge. I recognise the name, and I recognise this guy as well. Was he at Brighton? No, he was at Norwich. Yeah, that's where I recognise him from. Cool. As elsewhere then, in the round of 16, Dortmund Bayern, that's a big game. Barcelona Chelsea, that is also a big game. So very interesting ties there. As of course, Chelsea are the reigning champions in the Champions League. As not anything happening here in the opening half an hour. As Dortmund find themselves 1-0 up. And Fenerbahce have now equalised. Can we have a highlight, please? Can we have a highlight? We want a highlight. We want a highlight. It's 2-1 in the Dortmund Bayern game. Be nice if we could even just have a highlight. As the first half has come and gone instantly, as we have played 45 minutes of football here and not yet had a highlight as we come into the break. Club Brugge 0, Real Madrid 0. I'm far from pleased as we finally do get to see the pitch as Club Brugge get us underway for the second half. But is it going to be a highlight? No, it is not. As I'm going to go attack him and encourage to hopefully try and spark something here. As we do finally get a highlight. Courtois to Camavinga into Arda, who then finds Savona. Gives the ball away though, but Camavinga is there to intercept brilliantly. Driving down the left hand side now is Camavinga. Puts the ball in and Rodrigo is there to score his 7th goal in the Champions League this year. More goals than games for Rodrigo as he makes it 1-0. And after having no highlights for the first 57 minutes, all Real Madrid needed was one, as Rodrigo goes away from his marker and heads home brilliantly to make it Real Madrid 1, Club Brugge 0. Camavinga having a fantastic game here, as I can't believe it took 60 minutes for the deadlock to be broken. Arda to take the free kick then. He goes for goal, and that is a fantastic save from Gunnarsson to deny the Turkish attacking midfielder there. As we're having a couple of highlights now, as Oscar Gil with the throw finds Solis into Tresoldi. Goes back to Damane, who beats Camavinga and finds Solis. Tchouameni gets it rid, and Haaland flicks on, but only as far as Lavalley. Onyedeka. Good interception by Camavinga there though. And I was hoping we might get to see some people break, but we don't. Just going to make some changes. I'm going to leave Haaland on. I'll leave these two on as well. Bellingham makes way for Valverde. Arda makes way for Bruno Fernandes. Martin comes on for Tchouameni. And then Franco Mastuano comes on for Yeremy Pino. As Franco Mastuano with the ring, and it falls to Camavinga. And Camavinga, with the assist for the first goal, makes it 2-0 and gets his second goal involvement of the game. It's a decent ball in. It's headed away, but Rodrigo heads to Solis and he flicks it on accidentally to Camavinga. And it's a fantastic finish with his weak foot, as Rodrigo gets credited with the assist. So those two linking up not once but twice here in the round of 16 first leg, as Bayern equalise in the game against Dortmund. As that is it for the first leg. Unbelievably, we win 2-0 after no highlights in the first 60 minutes. Camavinga with an absolutely unbelievable performance, a 9.5 for him. He's been fantastic all year. Attention now momentarily changes to La Liga, where we face Cadiz, and I'll be back with the highlights from that game and our lineup that we go for the second leg, where hopefully someone like Trent Alexander-Arnold will be back for it. I'll see you there. Okay then, we are back, and we are back with the result of the game. And I've also got something else to show you. So before we go over the result, I am bringing in Yolcio Lamelas for 5.5 million. He has got 4.5 star potential, 2-star current ability, got really good finishing, first touch, passing, technique, balance, spirited personality, 15 determination, and he's also an absolute goal scoring machine. 33 and 12 assists in 36 games. That is absolutely fantastic. So we are bringing him in, and as soon as I saw him and I thought, yes, I want to sign him, I realised, bang, thumbnail and title sorted. We signed the next Cristiano Ronaldo. We did beat Cadiz then 4-0 with goals from Pino, Haaland and a brace from Arda Güler. And Arda Güler did open the scoring in this game. He is on unbelievable form now, by the way. I think he's got 35 goal involvements in the league this year. 16 goals, 19 assists. Absolutely unbelievable. As Bellingham with the ball in, it's headed away, but Savona is there to pick up. He finds Bellingham, who finds Camavinga out on the left. Camavinga driving to the byline, and he pulls it back, and Arda Güler is there to tap home for Real Madrid to make it 1-0, which is fantastic. Yeremy Pino then made it 2-0. Both our fullbacks getting an assist in this one, which is fantastic. Very happy with the signing of Savona. I like having someone that I know I bring in, he's going to be quality. And that is a fantastic ball to the back post. And a lovely header from Yeremy Pino. We haven't seen him score in a while, I feel. But he makes it 2-0 here. I don't know why I have to watch the VAR. He then turned provider and picked up 2 assists. The first being from Erling Haaland. As the ball is in and Camavinga heads away and finds Yeremy Pino out on this left-hand side. He plays a lovely ball through to Haaland, 1-on-1, and it's a beautiful little dink from Erling Haaland to make it 3-0. As you're getting a massive jumbo episode here today. A goal, a double live com and highlights as Arda Güler got the 4th to get his 2nd of the game. As Yeremy Pino finds Arda Güler, and it's fantastic play from Arda Güler to make it 4-0. As I just want to show how unbelievable Arda Güler has been in recent games. As in his last 5 games, he has been unbelievable. And he has a 7.88 average rating in his last 25 games. He scored 37 goal involvements. He's got 56 for the year this year. 24-year-old, still only 24 years of age as well. Unreal. Yeremy Pino, 45 goal involvements for the year. Erling Haaland now scored 57 for the year. He's got 37 in the league. Unreal. So our lineup then today to face Club Brugge in the 2nd leg is as follows. As Saliba will be back for the quarters, definitely, and he'll be back in a couple of days. But someone who is back now is Trent Alexander-Arnold, and he starts today. So Courtois starts in goal. As I just mentioned, Trent Alexander-Arnold starts right back in a back 4 with Van Dijk, Van de Ven and Camavinga. Up to 20 goal involvements for the fullback now. Tchouaméni and Jude Bellingham start in a midfield too, with Arda Güler just in front of them as the number 10. Rodrigo starts on the right, with Yeremy Pino on the left, and Erling Haaland looking for his 60th goal of the season today, hoping for a hat-trick to get that milestone. So let's get into this game and see if we can book our place in the quarter-final. Okay then. Club Brugge make 1 change from the game in the first leg as they go to a 4-3-3 formation today. They go with Gunnarsson in goal, a back 4 of Oscar Gil, Ordonez, Lavalley and Olivier Dieman, with a midfield 3 now this time of Onyedika, Ludovic Rees and Hugo Vetlesen, with Carlos Forbes and Solis on the right and left, and Nicola Tresoldi leads the line for Club Brugge today. They have a deficit of 2-0 to try and overturn, to try and book their place into the quarter-final of the Champions League. For, you know what, probably one of the first times ever, I'd imagine. And as Erling Haaland gets us underway then for this second leg in the round of 16, as Trent Alexander-Arnold playing again for the first time in a while, as this was 0-0 last time, this was 2-2 and this was 1-1. So we'll keep an eye on all three of those games. As Tchouaméni finding Rodrigo. Rodrigo pulling it across. It's cleared, but only as far as Jude Bellingham. Haaland finds Bellingham, who goes for goal, and it's off the top of the crossbar. And Carlos Forbes finds Gil, who clears brilliantly to Vetlesen. And now Club Brugge can counter it. That's fantastic defending though from Mickey van der Ven. As we didn't have to wait 60 minutes for our first highlight of this one. As Dortmund make it 3-2 on aggregate in their round of 16. And tell you what, if Barcelona, Dortmund and Fenerbahce all win, as Dortmund now 4-2 up on aggregate, as Trent Alexander-Arnold then, with the corner for Real Madrid, finds Mickey van der Ven. And Mickey van der Ven gets his first Champions League goal of the season to make it 1-0 Real Madrid and make it 3-0 here on the night. As Alexander-Arnold back from injury with a lovely delivery, and it's a lovely header off the post from Mickey van der Ven. As Club Brugge get us underway immediately from the restart, and Rodrigo intercepts and dispossesses instantly. Camavinga now out on this left hand side for Real Madrid. It's a free kick in a dangerous position. Who's going to take the free kick? It will be Trent Alexander-Arnold. He finds Van Dijk at the back post, and it's the Liverpool connection. Trent to Van Dijk. How many times have we seen that in red and we see it in white? It's his first ever goal for Real Madrid in his final professional career, his final professional season ever. And it's a bullet header from Van Dijk. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Fucking hell, they get us underway immediately from the restart again. As Trent Alexander-Arnold dispossesses. Trent Alexander-Arnold back from injury today, of course. Already with 2 assists inside the opening 20 minutes. As Arda Güler. It's cleared, but only as far as Bellingham, who goes for goal. And now Van Dijk is there to sweep up. Mickey van der Ven gives the ball away cheaply though. And Club Brugge can now counter-attack as Carlos Forbes driving forward. Finds Tresoldi, who pulls it across, and it's just wide of the post from the ex-Barcelona man, Ludovic Reis. Pretty sure he plays for Barcelona, or played for Barcelona, didn't he? We'll have a look. It's Arda Güler then with the free kick for Real Madrid. Looks for Van Dijk, and Van Dijk, who had never scored for Real Madrid before today, makes it 2 on the night for him. He had to wait a whole year for his first, and then he only had to wait 5 minutes for his second. It's a lovely ball in from Arda Güler, and Van Dijk is there at the back post to make it 3-0 and make it 5-0 on aggregate here. This is a very dominant display. 3 goals in 6 minutes. As this game is definitely over. I tell you what, if Club Brugge scores 6 in the rest of this game, I will do a live stream of myself getting an added time logo tattooed on my forehead. As Borussia Dortmund 3-0 up in their game. So they are 5-2 up on aggregate. They'll be very pleased about that. As D-Man finding solace. The man dispossessed brilliantly by Rodrigo though, who's coming away with the ball now. Rodrigo driving forward, and it's a good save from Gunnarsson to deny Real Madrid the 4th. But Trent with the corner, looking for his 3rd assist of the game. It's a decent delivery, and it's headed away, but only as far as Van Dijk. And it's just wide from Van Dijk, who's looking for his first professional hat-trick. As Manchester City are 2-1 up now. Camavinga throws to absolutely nobody there. No worries. as the man. Finding Zolis, who goes into the box and pulls it across, and Van Dijk is there to clear. And Arda Güler now picks it up and finds Yeremy Pino. Jude Bellingham finding Yeremy Pino well there. As that is the end of the first half here. Real Madrid 3, Club Brugge 0. And if I remember rightly, 1-0, 5-2, 3-2, 5-0. Just for those that are curious. As Club Brugge then get us underway for the second half here. As Forbes into Vetlesen. Van Dijk is there to sweep up though. And now Courtois finding Van Dijk. Van der Ven into Camavinga. Pino with a lovely ball through to Haaland. Haaland's through and Haaland scores to make it 4-0. He gets his 58th goal of the season. It's a fantastic ball through from Pino. It's really high, but it's fantastic from Haaland. The first touch is unbelievable. And the second, a lovely finish into the bottom corner. As we score a minute in to the second half to make it 4-0. Reece goes back to Lavalley. Then into Gunnarsson. Club Brugge just looking to try and have a performance they can be proud of now. Zolis cutting in. Going past Trent, cutting in again. Can he go for goal? We can. But it's a good save from Courtois. As by the way, Van Dijk is 37. And he's not dropped a level of fitness at all in this opening 50 minutes. Arda Güler with a good ball through to Haaland. And it's a good save to push it past the post for a Real Madrid corner. Is Rodrigo okay? I have no idea. Doesn't say he's injured, so... Vetlesen into Gil, who finds Carlos Forbes. And it falls to Zolis, and Club Brugge do get a goal back as they make it 4-1 here. And 6-1 on aggregate. As Carlos Forbes does brilliantly down this right hand side. It's a great ball across. And it's a lovely finish from Zolis to make it 4-1. As Haaland gets us underway for the restart and kicks it out immediately. You love to see it from Haaland. As Lavalley finding Ordony. I think it's funny how we had no highlights up until this minute here in the first game, and then there's been 5 goals in this one and a shit ton of highlights. As Reece going for goal and forces a good save from Courtois there. Did he used to play for Barcelona? Fuck me, I don't want all these highlights. I just want to see if Ludovic Reece played for Barcelona. Trent finding Arda Güler into Haaland. He plays a good ball out wide to Camavinga. Camavinga does brilliantly. And it's a terrible shot from Camavinga in the end. Did very well to get into the shooting position though. Ludovic Reece did used to play for Barcelona. There we go. Jude Bellingham now. Finding Yeremy Pino. It's a poor first touch from Pino though. And now Club Brugge can counter-attack. Carlos Forbes. Cutting in. And it falls to Reece. And it's out for a Club Brugge corner. Carlos Forbes to take, I do believe. It's a decent delivery. But Courtois is there to catch brilliantly. Van der Ven driving forward and finding Arda Güler, who finds Yeremy Pino. It's a good ball over the top to Haaland. But Gunnarsson is there. Are we going to have to watch like 5 minutes of highlights here? As Gunnarsson going long. But Van der Ven does well to win the header. Carlos Forbes now down on this right hand side. Van Dijk wins the header and Rodrigo now breaking away for Real Madrid. Haaland does well. Haaland on a man on a mission, and that's a wayward effort from Haaland. Don't you dare show me this goal kick. Thank you. As finally we do get a little bit of a break from the highlights. Camavinga looking for Guller as Rodrigo picks it up now and finds Trent Alexander-Arnold driving into the penalty area. Finds Rodrigo. Can he give it back to Trent? Opts to go back to Bellingham instead. But that is a wayward effort from Jude Bellingham. As we are going to make some changes. Trent is going to come off for Savona. 2 assists for him today. Bruno Fernandes can come on. Carreras can come on. We'll bring Valverde on, and then we'll leave the final sub free, as we are now into the final 15 minutes of normal time here in this round of 16 Champions League tie. City are through. Dortmund are through. We are through. And it's just this Chelsea-Barcelona game. Can Barcelona find a way back into the game? As we're into the final 5 or so minutes here. As Carreras does well to sweep up. Rodrigo now. Driving down the right for Real Madrid. Tchouaméni into Rodrigo. Valverde. It's a wayward pass though, but it falls to Erling Haaland and it's off the post. And out for a goal kick. As we're into the final couple of minutes now, and Barcelona do get that goal back. As it's full time here. Real Madrid 4, Club Brugge 1. 6-1 on aggregate. That is fantastic. Through to the quarter-final of the Champions League. You love to see it. As Barcelona went for on pens, and we have Dortmund in the quarter-final of the Champions League. As next episode will be a single live com against Barcelona in the El Clasico in the league. And then the episode after will be the quarter-final of the Champions League. So if you don't want to miss that video, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Turn on notifications so you are always notified when I upload a video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for more Glory Hunter action. I'll see you there, and peace.